Jazz and Beyond,
where the standards are always hot
and the mood's just right.
On 702
and CapeTalk.
Jazz and Beyond, Nothemba with you. Welcome if you're just joining us. Siya Makuzeni is in the studio. And of course, Siya is the amazing trombone player and vocalist. Now, this is a woman who's been around the world, and she's collaborated and performed with anyone you can think of, from the likes of Nothemba Madumo to the SWR Big Band. The Kaya Mahlangus, Bongile Kumalos, Lionel Lueke, the Brentford Masalas, the David Murrays, the Regina Carters. Who have you not played with, Siya?
I have a long wish list, to be honest.
Still to come.
Yes, absolutely.
Still to come. Welcome to
Thank
Jazz
you,
and
Sister
Beyond.
Nothemba. I'm happy to be here.
Listen, I've been looking forward to you joining me for a long time. But I'm glad you are going to be performing live in the studio. You know, I was wondering, what is she going to perform? Because her album, Out of This World, is the one I know. I don't know if there's any other. And I'm sure she has got a library full of music that she has not recorded. Out of This World is what you are. And I think that album was appropriately, titled. So I'm just wondering, what have you been working on? Because Out of This World is what,
2016.
2016
yes,
when that came out, yeah.
Well, I mean, I first of all really appreciate the fact that people are still listening to this album. I've really received a lot of feedback in that it's quite timeless, and I'm much appreciative to that. But I think I've always had, a strong penchant for composition. So when I released that music, I knew that it wasn't the end. And what happened is that I obviously played it for a bit of time, and unfortunately I've got this kind of habit. I get bored very quickly. So I have to keep moving, and I compose a lot as a result of that. So the material that I've been focusing on in the last few years definitely isn't recorded as of yet. But I believe it's become a really strong body of work. If anything, with my band members, I think they're antsy at the moment, just waiting for us to go into studio so that we can actually put it down so that people can take it home with them. It's new, really. And I think it's more of, if we think about it as Nothemba, I think that I've always said that in terms of my music and what inspires me with my compositions is that I'm a keen observer of people, of life, of things that happen, and my music speaks a lot to affirmation and love. The simple things that I think people maybe overlook at times when it comes to how we maneuver on this earth, and how we actually do day by day interactions with people. So there's songs there about love still, but there's songs that also touch on the moments when we've had grief. Some of the songs are inspired by what happened in 2020, and how I was responding to the amount of wallowing grief that was going on. And
I remember.
it was.
We were having
really
conversations during that time. Yeah,
it was very intense, and I think that it was a way for me in the isolation to kind of find a way to turn music into a cathartic tool, so that if I am able to connect with people on that level, to say that I actually see them and I feel their grief, I'm a human just like them. I'm trying to expand on that level and speak on things that are about us, Ubuntu, humanity. Obviously, a lot of it is instrumental.
That mattered to you.
Absolutely.
Because that's how you then express them through your music, because this is how you see the world, how you feel the world, how you experience the world. And through your music, we hear you, we see you, we feel you.
Yes.
Kind of situation. Because I'm just thinking as you're talking, because there are some musicians who feel, I need to compose something that means something so that people think serious, or I've got something to say, while as you're talking, you're just saying, I just want to be me and be about what I see, what I experience, what I'd like to share, rather than go and think deep deep under.
Yeah, absolutely.
and look for something that's I don't know.
Somehow it seems as though that depth is already within the composition.
You see now,
and so and I think that I've done a really good job in first of all creating a beautiful family. I have an amazing band. Very supportive brothers that absolutely get it, and they delve in every single time. But maybe there, when I also allow them to also have a say, because I give them the space where I allow people to show up and actually enhance the music. And so I think that a lot of the depth is within that stance. It's about us being able to actually kind of get on the same ship. And then when we're rowing, we're kind of figuring out the direction in terms of where to go from there.
How's it being a leader? Especially because I was mentioning a lot of musicians that you've collaborated with, and you've, been a session musician and, played other people's music and stuff. When you are now, this is your thing, and you are leading, this is the Siya Makuzeni, and you're in control. I don't know what these gentlemen think, but I won't ask them. But what's it like being a leader, especially based on the experiences you've heard?
Yes. I think I definitely am appreciative to have, a facet and an outlet like that. What I've found is that I make it very clear with regards to the ideas that I have in mind. I'm a keen arranger. So
You're a brilliant arranger
thank
as
you.
well. And a brilliant producer.
Thank you so much.
And a brilliant voiceover artist.
Thank you.
And a brilliant trombonist and singer and blah, blah, and on and on. Okay.
And it's allowed me to kind of step into that role. I think at the beginning, it might have been a bit scary. When I released Out of This World, it was the foray because it was me stepping into the world of being a solo artist. But I quickly found that having that as, my foundation. So I arrange meticulously. And I put it on paper so that the ideas are very clear. But when we are on the bandstand, I really need for the musicians' voices to come out. And so I allow for space for that,
Yeah.
I think I utilize my arrangements and my compositions as a basically a tool to be able to say, this is where we are. This is the form in terms of the geography. But from there, we can actually take it a bit further and we can transcend together. And if I didn't do that as a band leader, the music probably wouldn't be able to be so pure and yet so full. However, it's tough. I'm not going to lie. I think especially with me performing with the big band at Joy of Jazz this year.
Yeah, I want to ask about that.
Man, it's
what is the idea there for the Joy of Jazz?
We have a lot of material which is basically an embellishment, we could call it that. We're looking at some of my music that people know in big band format, but a lot of these new compositions are also coming into foray there. My focus is on the beauty of melding traditional jazz, which is also what I do. I think in terms of just what my voice is as Siya Makuzeni, of melding different genres. And so I think that that's going to be there, but I'm mostly excited about presenting this format, which is kind of not, it's not rare, but it's not like you see it every day in South Africa.
Is there a lot of brass?
Absolutely. We have
Is that the majority
5
of
saxophones,
the big band?
4 trombones, 4 trumpets, as well as a rhythm section. I'm excited about, the lineup as well, because I have the likes of Sydney Mavunja on the trumpet stand. I have Mohammed Dauji, Ofense Sabula is on the saxophones. I have Lebo Pangwa on trombone, Steven Soguyega, Spelelo Mazibugo as always. As always, kind of driving the engine room, and Daliso Ndlazi will be there along with him. So I'm excited for, to have this package in a sense where South Africans also get to see really the beauty of these incredible musicians. We have an amazing scene when it comes to jazz in South Africa. And so this is an opportunity for us to show off.
So how far are the rehearsals?
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Listen, we're going to get a taste, even though it's not the big band. It's, you and the voice. And of course, you got Darlington Okufu Osaji, who's playing the keyboard. We would have had the bass, but we didn't for, no one needs to know why. But it sounds amazing as I was listening when you guys were, checking the sound and rehearsing and so forth. So the listeners of Jazz and Beyond, please prepare yourself because you are just about to be knocked out of this world by Siya Makuzeni. And you're going to play 3 songs. What are these 3 songs that you're going to perform?
So the 2 compositions in line of what we were talking about are actually some of the new material that hasn't been recorded yet.
Lovely.
One's a love song. One is the other one that I actually mentioned, which was really speaking on the grief around 2020 and everybody just being in an awful space. And the third one is a beautiful collaboration that I actually did with Darlington for his upcoming album. I'm not so sure what the story is behind Ngozika, but I know that also is it a love song, my friend? It's a love song. It's a love song. So yeah.
He's smiling. It's a love song.
Yes.
Okay. We look forward to the 3 songs that you're going to perform. And of course, please share with us your thoughts and how this music makes you feel. You know the number 0727021702 if you are out in Gauteng, and those in the Western Cape and Cape Town listening on CapeTalk, it's 0725671567. Siya Makuzeni live and unplugged on Jazz and Beyond, where you come for the jazz, you stay for a good time.